The game had a had a lot of hype to it. But anytime you lose one of the top players in the country, and you hate to see that happen to Milton because he's such a competitor, then he goes down and, happened right there in front of our sideline. Our thoughts and prayers are with him. And I just hope that he's able to work his way back through it because it's a really tough injury. But, just overall, we're not a very good football team. You look at us, we are very fortunate to win the 7 games that we won. You look at the last 5, when you can't score and you got to be able to stop people and you can't give up the big plays, then it's really hard. And it's all 3 phases. We have to get better. And I told our coaches, just tell them the other day, we got to recruit guys. We got to recruit big players. We got to recruit players that can come in the program that has a chance to really help us and have you got to recruit speed. You got to recruit guys that can run. That show tonight, you watch that team, that's a fast football team. It's a physical football team, but it's a team that, they're able to get off and they're able to run down guys. But we got to be able to win outside at wide receiver. Johnny Ford and Bell was the most, those 2 guys were the guys that really showed up. And you could see it, by the way they played. But we have to get better. And it's just that, we got to make a commitment where we want to take this program, how good we want to make this program. And it's there to be done. You look at that crowd tonight, it's a great crowd. And you just hate that we didn't come out and play well.
Charlie, I saw you kneeling near Milton during the injury before they put him on the cart. Did you happen to say anything to him?
No, I was just asking him how he was feeling because they were, it happened right there in front of us. And then I saw it happen. I just ran out on the field because I had a chance to have a lot of him and I spoke a lot when we went to media day. This past summer, an outstanding young man, just didn't want to see that happen to him.
Charlie, do you feel like you have to reevaluate what you're doing offensively from a scheme standpoint?
Well, when you don't score and you look at it, so last 4 games, I don't know what our average is. I know it's not very much, but we have to, and we have to look at what we're doing. And we got to be able to win outside. We can be able to run the football. And put us in position where when you score, we get the ball, we drive it, we get it to we have to go for it. We go for it on 4th down, and we get nothing out of it. We get stopped, but then we come back and we get stopped again on a 4th down play. But we're going to go for it on 4th down. We got to convert it and keep the chains moving.
What was the decision process in the 4th quarter, 4th and 1 on the 40-yard line, decided to punt and they scored right there?
Well, I didn't think they'd score, so we're giving the ball on the 40, so we punted it down there. We wasn't moving the football, so I didn't want to go for it again on 4th down.
Late in that first quarter, you had the exchange where you didn't get it on 4th down, 97 yards later, so it was like potentially a 14-point swing there.
It was because we had, they had to take over. We didn't get it. They took over, and then they drove the ball and they scored. You're right, on 97 yards. And then that was tough because there was a big momentum change there because here we are. We had someone just got an interception, ran the ball down to the 12-yard line. Now we have a chance to go down and get some points early, and we don't get them. And then they take the ball and take it down the field, 97 yards, and march and get a touchdown.
Coach, obviously it was UCF losing the player, but how hard is it to get your guys back going out there and playing their hardest right after something like that happens?
Well, I don't know if it really, any player, hate to see a really good player get injured, but still, though, you still have to go out and go finish the game and go play. I think at that time they were up to 10-0, so we had our chances, and we could have, if you could have just even gotten a score, and then here they are, they lose their best player, so you figured, hey, if we can just hold them and get some scores here, then we have a chance.
Just to the rotation of the quarterbacks, you had Chris in there to start. Brett seemed to kind of take it for a little while, and then going back to Chris there at the end. What was the talk? Was it series by series, or what was going on?
No, it was more of both of them were going to play, so it was just a judgment call on who was going to go in. But you're right, Chris started off, and then Brett came in. Had one wide open there, and I wish he could have connected on a big play there that would have got us back within 7. But it was, both of those guys had played and they practiced, so they were going to be given that opportunity.
Your first down, 12, and you ran 4 very similar run plays. What was the thought process of that?
I didn't know exactly what the run plays were. I mean, it's, we ran the ball, but we didn't get the 10 yards that we needed to get the first down that we needed. So it's, it was, I think it was pressed up on us on the outside, and so we felt like that if we could just move them off the line of scrimmage, then we had a chance to go get the first down.
After after Brett's play in the third quarter, you bring Chris back in. It seemed like the offense kind of got a spark and kind of drive down the field quickly. Did you sense a shift in emotion, or did you see if the team was energized after that?
Well, you got to shift because Johnny Church made a couple of good runs. I mean, it was more we needed to help the quarterbacks, and we needed to make some plays on the outside, which we didn't. But that momentum swing was little guy jumping out there and finding a hole, and then Chris made a really good throw to him when he beat the backer back inside for the touchdown.
Coach, after seeing that team out there on the field today, how do you think they stack up, or do you think that they deserve to be ranked up there with some of the teams that are ahead of them right now?
Well, they lost their best player, but they're a really good football team. I mean, the team right now is better than us, and we got a ways to go before we can catch them. And so we need to go to work. It's our biggest competitor here in the state. So we need to we need to find out what they're doing and try to get our program moving.
How do you strike a balance over the next 3 or 4 weeks before the bowl game of evaluating the staff and going out recruiting players?
Well, we're going out recruiting on Monday. So.
Feel like your defense played well enough to win these last 2 weeks, Charlie?
Well, we can't give up the big plays. I mean, you look at us today. They take the ball and they drive it 93 against us, but it's a really good offense. But it's more of we got to continue to play, and if we're good enough to win on defense, right now on defense we play a lot of guys, but we got to get bigger. We got to get stronger. I mean, when you look at it, you have McGee, who's one of your starting linebackers, and he's a safety. He's playing backer, so you got to go recruiting and go get you some guys. But, it shows when your 2 corners are at this size. You look at, I was just comparing our team to their team, and our team don't look like their team. We look nothing like their team.